Yo guys, what's going on? It's Tom for two here, and most people on Lost Ark know me as Chessman, I guess. Um, Today I just wanted to. I don't think I've done a video on this before since I started playing Lost Ark about 2 years ago, but I just wanted to do kind of a roster overview or like a roster update. Um, so Yeah, I've been playing Lost Ark for about 2 years. Started out as a support main and then eventually realized that in order to clear some other content needed DPS characters, so made some DPS characters along the way, but mostly, I guess the type of player I am, I'm a support main. I have all three supports in the game. I have my Pally as my main, I have a Bard support, and then I have an Artist. I usually play more of like a utility style sort of support. I don't usually, try to soup up my DPS with, only getting extra DPS juice. Usually I provide like a lot of utility stagger. I'll do whatever it takes to pass the raid, especially on my Paladin. I will say first, I am a free-to-play player, so everything that I've achieved in Lost Ark has been just been grinding on the game. Um, so it's been a while, 2 years. I just got lost LOS reset about um, maybe 2 months ago now. Um, but yeah, let's just dive in. Right now in my roster, I have 10 characters, but really I only play like 6 or 7 characters uh, because the grind is just a little too much now with all the raiding. We are kind of in I guess the breaker just released a week ago or 2 weeks ago. Um, but my roster is 278, so we are nearing that max 300 roster level. Um, and just kind of give you guys an overview, my main is 1620, so I could play hard Voldus on that. And usually my Paladin is the first character I bring up for all the newest content. And then usually I bring up like my Bard second. My DPS main is my Slayer, which is sitting at 1610. Um, so I'll give you guys an overview of that, and then I just use my the Breaker Pass on my War Dancer, which is now 1610. So working on getting my Bard up, hopefully to 1620 eventually. Um, so these are kind of my four main characters I kind of cycle through. I have an Arrowmancer that's sitting at 1595. It's got full Icon gear, and it's just helping to clear normal Icon every week. I use a Super Mokoko pass on my War Dancer. It previously was 1560, and then with the pass, it helped get it to 1580, and I've just gotten a few Icon pieces on it. Um, the other, I guess, gold earner that I have is my Artist. It's sitting at 1601, so it plays Voldus, normal Voldus, and it's just a good support to have, especially when people I play with we just need another support. So I always provide that. Um, and then I have kind of these three other characters that I kind of either my Sork and my Scouter I don't really play anymore. They are fully geared though with level 7 gems. But yeah, I just never have time to play them really, and they're just kind of low paying, and just play the chaoses on them just for the extra mats and silver. And then I have the Soul Eater, which I made back with the Soul Eater pass. It's just parked at 1590, full con set and gear, so it's just a good alt to have if I have time to play and other people need people to play with, and I could just whip out my Soul Eater. So um, let's just dive right into kind of the other things I have. Let's just get right into the game. Um, but yeah, as I said, I am a Paladin main or support main. I rotate through, all my supports on a weekly basis just for gold earning. Mostly because, the people I play with, usually I play support, and then sometimes there's another person who plays support as well, so that allows me to play my DPS sometimes. But yeah, let's just take a look at you know, my cards, I guess, to start, since that's kind of a roster-wide thing. I've had Kale's, or I guess this is Kale's Lost Windcliff. This is kind of the best support card set in the game, I believe. I've had this for a while. I probably achieved this back in like half a year. Uh, so I was pretty lucky to get it, really fast, and it just helps the DPS do a lot more damage. And as I said, I recently achieved Light of Salvation or LOS 30 about 2 months ago. So it was certainly a grind. Yeah, I think with the extra events, it helped to kind of get those extra legendary cards going. But yeah, I am maxed out on kind of the important card sets. Um, if we take a look at kind of my, my different bonuses on this right-hand panel, I think the most notable ones to point out is versus human, I have 3.04%, versus demon, I have 5.14, versus undead, 3.13, and then versus beast is 2.35. But I am a little low on card XP. Yeah, as you can tell, I probably spend a lot of time just upkeeping my card decks. Um, and it's a good just kind of way to, for me at least, to gatekeep those who haven't put the time into the game, right? If you don't know about card XP and addressing kind of the different bonuses, then it's kind of an indicator of how experienced you are, right? So definitely a card indicator is how it's a good way to make sure that you don't get sus people in your lobbies. Um, I guess the next thing is, yeah, let's go look over my actual gear. So on my Paladin especially, I only have a 35 set. Um, yeah, Elixir is really painful system, but I did roll like a 5/5 Luminary Chaos glove, and then I just have to roll with this Luminary Order level 3 or total number of points is 5 on my helm, and I'm just looking to improve that because I have 5/2s, I have a 4/4, and a 4/3 right now. So always looking to improve my elixirs to get that 40 set before Thamine comes out. Um, yeah, I still have relic accessories on my paladin. Um, I have 1740 swiftness, 543 spec on it. That's pretty much my build. If you want to know the skin, I just use the Celestial Skins chest piece. Um, and the pants, I think I just like this look because it's clean. I can see the boss abilities, and if you're a holy knight, you gotta rock the holy skins. Um, yeah, not huge into like the skin game unless I pretty much buy them from the auction house, or they're worth blue crystals on the market or the shop, and I usually back then I exchanged like my gold for blue crystals. If we look at my engravings now, my support, it's been a while since I actually like geared it. So I am still looking to do kind of a 5x3 plus 1 type of setup. But as you can see with my build and engravings, you kind of have your core skills, your Blessed Aura, Awakening, Expert, and then your two other ones are kind of based off of how you are as a player. For me, I always provide extra utility, so I maxed out on Vital Point hit, and then Drops of Ether was kind of the meta build then when I set this up, but I know other people have been using like Magic Stream or Spirit Absorption, and then they use like +1 Judgment. We'll see what I do. Maybe MP increase might be a good idea. I don't know. But yeah, I do have a reduction engraving, but yeah, I think this is one of the better stones I cut. It's a 78 stone, level 4. Gotta get that um, max level stone for the extra HP to help your teammates. Um, Gem wise, on my paladin, um, I do have all level 7s, and then I have a level 8 on Heavenly Blessings, and I have a level 10 on the Holy Protection skill. That's probably the most important one. I will come out with a video soon about kind of, I know some people have asked about like my specific paladin build and like my playstyle and then what type of skills I use. So um, yeah, we'll get into that later, and hopefully that'll be a good kind of guide for you guys. But other than that, that's pretty much it. I think on my paladin, I don't really have too much to show off. Like you're just kind of accumulating mats and gems, and you're just trying to improve your characters. I will say that supports you can generally get away with level 7 gems, um, but for DPS characters, it's probably a little bit harder. You probably towards the end game when you're hitting like 1600, 1610, when you're trying to run like hard icons and boldest, you want to probably have a couple level 8s and you know, a few level 9s maybe, just so that if you're not running with a party, you don't get gate kept. Um, but yeah, that's kind of my roster wire overview, and then I just kind of showed off my main. I'm not sure what else there is to show off per se. I mean, in terms of maybe the collections, we could take a look. Um, I am a horizontal gamer, so back when the game released, I was collecting all the Makoko seeds, I was collecting everything. I haven't had time to do the Kalinar or the Voldus like Makoko seeds in the Adventure Tome, so that's why those are not fully maxed out. But they did come out with the horizontal like progression paths to help people accelerate on some of the island souls and some of the masterpieces and getting the Omnium stars and stuff. So let me just show off which ones I have. So I have 91 out of 98 island souls. I stopped doing islands a while ago, probably because it's all time gated sort of stuff, and I just don't have time to can be bothered to do that. Um, but these are the only ones that I have left to do. I know that Praeteria Island Soul is new. Primal Island, I never go there because it's PvP. And then I'm still working towards Lili. Lush Reed has evaded me for years, or the entirety of when I've been playing and going to it. And Isle of Yearning is just kind of a trap and that requires way too much time to do. But yeah, 92% on Island Souls. Giant's Hearts, of course, did 100% of them. Reason being is you wanted, I guess in terms of rewards, you want to make sure you get those skill point pots. So make sure to acquire all those, and I was like, okay, might as well do the rest of them. I Am Stars, of course, got all of them. Again, you want to do them for the skill point potions and the legendary runes. Other than that, the rest of the rewards are kind of cosmetic, but some of them, a lot of them are having to deal with getting the lucky drops from different world bosses, as well as satisfying rapport for different NPCs like Nia. Masterpieces, of course, I've got 100%. Usually they come out with new masterpieces to get during like new cubes and stuff, but I have all of them. Did my due diligence and got them through reputation, the towers, um, Chaos Gate. I think back then they used to give you gold for some of the rewards, which I was able to claim. But now I think it's been converted to silver a lot of some of the rewards. So, um, yeah, card XP is super useful. I definitely have all the runes and stuff. So, and the legendary cards kind of help towards getting those card sets. Music boxes. So I will say music boxes were pretty fun. In terms of if you want to just learn about the different like side storylines that are kind of going on in Lost Ark. So I did all 10 of them that are currently released. Um, and definitely there's guides online on completing them, and it's definitely worth watching some of the cutscenes. But 10 out of 10, 100% completion for that. Uh, Makoko Seed Dandy, everything is golden except for my Voldus, which I have yet to do. But yeah, I guess the Makoko Seed thing is a little obsessive. There's no really benefit to getting them unless you kind of are a horizontal gamer, right? So I kind of got up to a certain point, and then I was like, okay, like this sort of stuff is, it's kind of whatever at this point. I'll get it to it eventually, but I think the most important thing was just getting like the um, masterpieces, just so I could get that completion. But 97% for my Makoko seeds, and of course 94% or 16 out of 17 out of my Ignia token progression. Again, haven't done the Kalinar or Voldus Adventure Tome yet. Um, Still need to, I guess, yeah, address that. World Tree Leaves. Now, World Tree Leaves is probably my lowest. I'm at 63 out of 91 World Tree Leaves, or 69%. Pretty much maxed out on, I think excavating, because excavating was just you use those mats to craft the honing mats. And then I think I did a lot of fishing, so I did a lot of the fishing ones, but excavating is kind of my main one, and then I haven't really done any of the others. I just kind of did those ad hoc, and they kind of pop up randomly if I'm just doing it. But I use a lot of my life energy towards excavating or fishing. Um, just to make sure I get those honing mats. And then sea bounties, 43 out of 49. I think I did a lot of sea bounties once I started accumulating a lot of them, but then I think at a certain point, the shipwrecks were kind of the ones that were kind of stopping me because you had to do a lot of the co-op sailing quests, and that was just not really fun to do solos, so I just stopped doing those. But now I think I could collect a couple more of the rewards, and but yeah, eventually maybe I'll get the 48 out of 49, but as of now, I'm not even focused on that at all. So yeah, that was a lot of my collections. I think Rapport, I'm pretty much like maxed out. Um, yeah, the only one I have is a Harade. Still have to do surprisingly, and then I think some of the new islands maybe there's like a new NPC that I need to do, but I didn't even realize they changed the UI for the NPCs, so this is kind of nice. Um, but yeah, I was very diligent about doing all my emotes and songs for the NPCs just to get max them all out, and I'm at the point now where I think we have enough. The Smilegate or Amazon has given us enough rapport chests where I could pretty much just blast through and max out any NPC I need at will now. So that's kind of nice. Um, what else? Pretty much have all the songs. I don't think songs are really interesting. If you want to look at my pet collection, pretty much the pet collection is anything that I got through like Twitch drops or I think the game just giving it to us for free. A lot of these, I think there's like the Brell ones, and then I don't even think I got like any legendary drops from like Akon. I know Akon hard mode. You could possibly get a special pet. And then Harmor Voldus, you could possibly get a special pet. So still don't know what those are, but yeah, pretty much I've got how many pets? I don't even know. A lot, but I just use them to run on the treadmill, give me those cookies, and then I just buy whatever I want from that shop. Um, yeah, I don't know what else I could really show from I guess my skins. There's not too much to look at for my skins, just a lot of the free ones that they've given us or you get from like Twitch drops. I think the only ones that I really actually bought with like gold, after exchanging like gold to blue crystals from the auction house was the I guess this Arcadia Glory chest piece and pants set. So that was like really nice, and I remember when Jins told me to buy it. Try to just it's because it looked good. We could match as a 4 stack. Um, and then the only other one I have on my Paladin is this skin right here. So yeah, I guess we could take a peek at my Stronghold. My Stronghold's nothing too spectacular. I mean, I did pay attention to it once upon a time ago. I guess we could look at like my challenges and stuff, but honestly, there probably isn't a whole lot. Um, just have like all my NPCs lying around, but we'll give you a quick tour. Um, this is pretty much it.
You're back.
Um,
I was waiting for you.
I think
There
mostly
are matters
just
that
come
need your
here if I need
approval.
like feast or
You can
anything.
go
I'm pretty
check them
diligent
in the
about
office.
the um dispatch missions. But I have kind of my NPCs over there. Um, yeah, let's take a tour. This is pretty much the main area. I've got kind of my entrance here, and I've got the inside interior, and then I got some people around the beach. So that's all dandy. But I think we could take a look at maybe my completion. Let's see, where do I go to? Oh, roster information. Here we go. Take a look at like my trophies and stuff too. Yeah, achievements. I kind of pay attention to them. If they're like available, I will do them. But honestly, not too big of a deal. Um, yeah, let's go look at my trophies and achievements. So those so far, actually, this reset, I'm gonna try to go for the 1 through 4 Braille hard mode like deathless run. Um, But yeah, let's take a look. Let's see, how's just here. So yeah, I don't think these ones are very interesting. They're just like the different characters I played. Honestly, once you hit level 60. Let's see. I got the masterpiece one, Omnium Star, the Mokoko trophy, Adventure Tome or Ignia Token trophy, Memories trophy, Splendid Giant's Heart trophy, and then you have all these kind of chibi characters for reaching uh what is it? The affection rapport level, and then I made my Osprey to level 10. Uh, what else? Oh, you just get trophies for reaching certain eye levels. And then I just did the small side quest. There's like a side quest where it's not real side weapon, but it's just like the quest to just unlock it. So that's that one. In terms of the raids, this is probably the most interesting one. So yeah, got Vaulted Hard a while ago. Um, Cleared Vaulted Hard mode without dying, anyone dying. Did the same with Vicus. Did the same with Clown. Um, yeah, I guess normal. We got the I think normal con, we got deathless, but then hard mode, I've yet to achieve it. Usually one person dies at some point, but it's all good. Normal Ivory Tower, we did it without anyone dying, and then of course at eye level right now, 1620 for hard mode is a little bit more difficult, but I'm sure eventually we'll get it. I think these are all the just regular clears of the dungeons, so of course we've cleared those. Um, they used to have one for like the different Brel gates, I believe. Um, but yeah, I think they had to update these because Brel used to be 6 gates and then now it's only 4. Um, yeah, I think yeah, just kind of those different deathless runs are something, you get eventually once you kind of overgear yourselves. Um, but yeah, nothing really too spectacular to look at there. Uh, yeah, let's toggle characters. We'll just take a peek at like my Bard and then my Slayer, and then we'll just call it there because I'm pretty sure some people are just interested on kind of the different mains that I have. Um, but yeah, as I said, kind of my Bard, your supports can get away with level 7 gems. Um, I don't play probably Bard that well particularly, but if people want a breakdown of that, yeah, feel free just to let me know. But my Bard setup is pretty much, it's gonna hit 1610. Um, it's got level 7 gems pretty much. Everyone's got a con gear. I do not have a 35 set on my elixirs though. I did cut a 4-4, but still working towards continuing to cut those. Probably my bard skins are probably the most interesting part. I just kind of again got these from the shop through exchanging my gold to blue crystals and just buying those kind of packs. Um, but these are kind of my skins that I use. In terms of my engravings, no one gives a crap about attack power reduction if you're support, but again, play for utility as a support. Expert Awakening, and then the Desperate Salvation are kind of your 3 core skills, and then Vital Point Hit and Heavy Armor are kind of your 2 utility ones. Um, Heavy Armor, if I ever end up getting, a 5x3 plus 1, maybe that Heavy Armor will turn into the plus 1, and I'll use like max MP increase. Generally think I could dodge pretty well. Level 7 gems, and I have a level 8 CD gem there as well. And of course, using Lost Cliff as your main card set. I will say though, good thing to point out for supports, um, for your Chaos builds, I always use Betrayal, and then I always swap my card sets to Lost Cliff, and then I have a specific like Chaos dungeon build that I can switch to in terms of the skills. So that's always a good thing to know as a support, because clearing like individual content is super super annoying when you're just like a support. Um, but yeah, that was pretty much it for my Bard. There's not too much to see. Um, of course, all my alt characters are part of the new type guild. So if you do want to join, feel free to hit it up. I think there's only 54 people in here, including that's pretty much throwing all of our alts in there. So it's a pretty open guild. Um, yeah, not too much to see. I don't know if there's any like skins in particular to go over on this character. Yeah, there's not too many. Again, most of these are I just got through the auction house. But yeah, let's take a look at maybe one of my DPS characters, and then we'll call it there. Since I reviewed pretty much my roster level, I made different characters now. My Slayer again is kind of my main DPS. I use Predator or Predator Slayer as kind of that build. I was able to 5x3 plus 1 it because during the Slayer pass, I was able to just gear it pretty much right away and get it up to eye level. Um, so yeah, let's just take a peek at what my Slayer is rocking. This is my Slayer. Um, again, doesn't have a 35 elixir set. Still working on it. Mostly cut 4-2 elixirs, and then I have like a 4-4. So just still trying to roll those. 1763 Swift, 636 crit. Um, yeah, it's kind of a decent amount of Swift. Here are the skins. Doesn't really matter too much, but again, my Predator Slayer uses I think Predator, Ray Captain, Ambush Master, Keen Grudge, and Adrenaline 1 is what I'm rocking. And then most of the level 9 gems, still working towards getting it fully to level 9, but again, gems is kind of like a slow grind. But yeah, mostly level 9s. I only have two, I have one level 8 and then one level 7 gem left to go. The cards, of course, LOS. So, I don't think there's too much more to really talk about. Um, my adventure tome looks pretty good. Some characters I have not played Rowan, but every single one of these is a 100% except for Voldus. Yeah, I just kind of went through my collectibles, but yeah, we're just in the middle of the Breaker Pass, and that's kind of where I stand with my roster. So if you have any questions, feel free to just drop them in the comments. I do raid quite a bit. You know, I'm gonna be hitting that 300 roster soon. But if you guys did enjoy the video, just let me know. Be sure to subscribe if you like sort of stuff like this in the future. I will be going over kind of what I am doing with my Paladin and like my Slayer, just in terms of like the main skills and the build. But yeah, just be on the lookout for that in the future, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.